Hello and welcome to San Diego Market Watch, where we bring you accurate and timely information about the real estate market in San Diego County. Today is January 12th, 2023, nearly 2 weeks into 2023. And how is the San Diego real estate market performing so far? Let's take a look. So, of course, as we always do, we start off looking at the number of homes for sale. Now, as I've been saying for weeks and even more than a month or so now, looking back, we're going back to October here. Things were relatively level, and this line went out into the summer. So for the longest time, we were hovering between 4,000 and 4,500 units on the market, and then that number started to decline in November as interest rates took a little bit of a relaxed dip, just a little bit, and new listings tapered off quite a bit actually, and pending sales picked up at the same time. So between November 16th and now, we have seen inventory go from the in between 4,000 and 4,500, right around 4,300, all the way down to under 3,000 units. So for the last 2 weeks, we have been under 3,000 units. Here on December 28th, we were at 3,008 units, and now, down below 3,000. For the last 2 weeks, in fact, almost the exact same number of listings the week of the 4th as this week. Now, a couple of folks had asked me, well, how does that compare to last year? So I took a look. So far this year, from January 1st until today, there have been 821 new listings entered into the MLS in San Diego County. And same time period last year, January 1st, 2022 to January 12th, there were 1,137. So slightly less new listings, quite a few less new listings so far this year than there were year to date in 2022. So that's how things are shaping up with the number of homes for sale. Now, of course, when we come down here to look at new listings, pending sales, and closed sales, we see, again, going back into October and going back out prior to that, we had lots of new listings coming on the market, between 500 and 600 a week. And it was hovering right around 500 for the longest time. That became the norm for a couple of months. Then it started to taper. Then around Thanksgiving, it just plunged and then popped back up a little bit at the beginning of December. And then just all through December, new listings were going down to here where it was, I think, 135 new listings the week of December 28th, which is as low as I've ever seen it. I can't recall another week. I'm sure somebody could find one if they dug, but I can't recall another week in recent history where we had that few new listings. And then, of course, we bounced right back up coming into the new year after Christmas, and we are now back to the mid 400s in terms of new listings. I expect this to level off, but we will see. Maybe we'll make it back up to the 500 level. We'll see. But at the same time, new listings have been increasing, so have pending sales. Pending sales came up a bit after Christmas, and then so far this year, they have increased. And then closed sales are fairly flat week to week here, because these data points here represent, data points going back about a month or so ago, 5 or 6 weeks ago. You look at how many pending sales there were less. So we expect less closed sales as well, a month or 5 weeks later. So that is what's going on with homes for sale and new listings, pending sales, and closed sales. We are definitely waking up here in the new year to the 2023 real estate market. You can see it coming alive ever since December 28th. So that's what's going on with all those metrics. Now, if we bounce over here and have a look at mortgage rates, you see that the last week we have had the average at 6.33 which is just a touch higher than the lowest it's been, recently. I think if you go back, well, you have to go all the way. Well, I think it was right in here, somewhere in late November, early December. We were at 6.25 on average for a week, and then it came up a little bit into the mid sixes, and now 6.33. The inflation report came out today. It was a little better than expected. So bond market did what it did, and interest rates for mortgages came down just a touch. So that's good for borrowers right now. And we're going to skip ahead here one more slide. We did our big 2022 year in review, 2023 forecast earlier this week. So we kind of already talked about the median price numbers. It does appear that, at least for now, median price is starting to level off in terms of its decline. We're down about 12.5% from where we were in February, March, April. I guess right around April of 2022. We're down about 12.5% from here to here. And my early prediction for 2023 is that this is going to flatten out, and month over month for the next couple of months we're going to have smooth flattening out of the median price decline. We will see. All of that is a function of how many new listings there are and how many of those new listings get sold, and that tends to be a function of what interest rates do. So for right now, everything appears to be about as expected, and we will be back next week with another edition of San Diego Market Watch. If you're liking this, please subscribe, like, share, comment. We love comments. We'll always respond to comments, good or bad. And, we're happy to engage. And if you have any questions beyond that, please feel free to reach out by email, phone, text, social media, message, smoke signal, or any other way you like to communicate. We will meet you where you are. So that is San Diego Market Watch for this week. We'll see you tomorrow with the Friday show, and we'll be back next week with more exciting real estate information for you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.